All right, so there's a whole bunch of new questions, um, pretty awesome ones too. So I've been thinking about them lots in the last couple of days, and I thought I'd try and take a crack at them now and see how I do. Yeah, sometimes you feel something really special and it does become really special, but other times, it feels something really good and it doesn't turn out as well, or sometimes it doesn't feel like anything. It turns out amazing. So had that a couple times with Did You Ever? I wasn't really into that song at all when I first wrote it, and then my dad heard it and was like, "Oh, I love that song. You should totally do that song." So I don't know. It's one of those things you have to like see as it comes and it turns out. So when I'm writing these songs, sometimes it just comes to me. A lot of times I'll be playing something, playing a riff for a long time, and then one day all of a sudden some sort of melody or some sort of idea comes to me. A lot of times it's just like on a daily basis. A line will come into my head or an idea will come into my head, or while watching a movie or reading a book or something, and something will kind of spark a train of thought kind of thing, and I'll usually just write like a line down, or I have so many just random lines just sitting around in different books and on scribbled on backs of like cards or lighter or matches or something. So it's one of those things that I never really sit down and be like, I'm 100% going to write about this, but a lot of times a riff will kind of dictate to me what I think it should be about, I think so. But once in a while, I think there's, with no money, kind of sat down being like, we had a song, my mom said, you should write a song about not having any money, because we didn't have very much money. So we sit there being like, okay, we're going to write about that. And that came out, and I already had that riff, and it just sounded kind of like happy. And, even though we don't have money, we didn't really care, and we still have a good time with the band and everything. So it just kind of fit. So things just fall into place sometimes and turn out the way they do, I guess. It's kind of tough because I guess for a long time I never thought I'd be able to write a song. To be honest, I always thought people it was the most insane thing to be able to write a full song, and that was kind of before I really played guitar consistently. I think so because I played guitar when I was younger, and then I stopped, and then I took drum lessons, and then I stopped that. So I was kind of bounced around from instruments, and I kind of sat there being like, I don't think I could ever write a melody or a full lyric like story basically. So, and then one day I kind of had all the ideas like this lines, like I said, and I write them without a guitar. And then one day I just kind of thought, I'll try and see what I can do if I just play chords, just keep playing them, and see what comes to me. And um, I guess that kind of just turned into Did You Ever and Late Bright and those first few songs I wrote. So, and then it just kind of just poured out of me. I think I had so much pent up music. So that was probably around 16, 17 maybe when I started really like focusing on actually writing music. It's kind of changed so many times over the years. There's so many amazing female vocalists, but right now I really love Adele's voice. I think she has the most like beautiful, powerful voice. Um, I loved the singer of the Dixie Chicks, Natalie Maines, who had a very interesting, like, strong country voice. So I liked hers a lot and a lot of emotion. Whitney Houston, obviously, that's what I kind of grew up trying to sing like, but obviously I sing nothing like Whitney Houston. Um, any voice that's super emotional and that you feel when you feel something when someone sings, that's to me the greatest feeling ever. That's super difficult. Because I think you're talking about like any song, not just our own song. So that'd be kind of weird to dance to my own song at my wedding if I got married. But I don't know. I think maybe Somebody Love I love a lot. That's a really beautiful song by Queen. Much really dance to it. Maybe Run Around too. Something fun, really. I like anything that you can kind of dance to or like twist to. Nothing too passionate or schmoopy, I don't think so. That's probably a better question for him, I think. Obviously, if he ever asked me to do it, I would definitely do it because it'd be a really cool thing to do and a really good experience, I think. So um, I would definitely do that. We have worked together, so it's kind of not that far off an idea, but no actual plans for the near future. So it'd be cool to play with him on stage once. I think that'd be nice for him to like join us or something and do something like that. I'm sure it'll happen someday. I wouldn't be surprised. So hopefully, fingers crossed, and we'll see that someday. Yeah, I totally do that. Let me know some ideas, I guess, of what you think maybe would suit it, and something that I can do kind of simply, and obviously nothing too crazy. Like maybe something more that would fit acoustically, I guess, because if I wouldn't have time to record the whole thing and actually do it super professionally, but I could do like a little video on here or something to do it. So let me know some suggestions and we'll figure it out. I'm not very good at telling jokes, so that kind of hurts my thing a little bit. I know a lot, but I always ruin the punchline somehow. But I'll say one that I told on stage once that people kind of thought was pretty funny, and see, hopefully I don't screw it up. So this guy's going from basically out of town to his friend's bachelor party. So he goes to this party and he's having a good time. And he actually meets this girl. It's like a really attractive girl. He's like, wow, this is great. He's dancing with her, having a great time. He thinks it's like maybe they're gonna go home and it's gonna be a great time. And she turns to him and says on the dance floor, it's pretty loud. She said, I just want to tell you something before we get, where this might be going, to the end of the night and stuff. I want to tell you, I have a hairpiece. And he's, okay, sure. And he's just having a good time, keeps dancing. So the night goes on and they go home and do what people do sometimes when they have one night stands and have a great time. And he's like, wow, this is a great night. Wakes up in the morning. He's like, oh, that was so much fun. He really kind of likes this girl. And he turns to her and he says, you know what? I can't believe you're so insecure about your hairpiece. Like, why would you even bother telling me about the hairpiece? And she turns to him and goes, no, herpes. I thought that was pretty funny. It's so gross though. Anyway, I told it on stage and people probably got a real kick out of that. But I know a couple jokes, but I'm not very good at telling them. They're all kind of dirty, so it's probably not good that I just keep going on with them. I guess dirty jokes are the ones that are really good though, aren't they? Anyway. I think maybe another way, because there's a lot of shredding in that, so I think it would be kind of difficult. You always kind of want to choose something hard, right? Or maybe try something easy. It'd be pretty cool though. If actually, that'd be an honor. Having one of your songs on Guitar Hero would be like the hugest thing now. Isn't that kind of funny how the world's changed so much? Having your song in a video game would be an honor. Wow. I was a big Hanson fan when I was younger, so that'd be kind of funny to see. I'm sure people will be surprised about that. And I loved country music when I was younger, so there's some super cheesy country when I was younger. A lot of Christmas music. I think that would be kind of shocking. I love Christmas music. So, not many surprises, I don't think. Mini Pops, maybe? Did you have Mini Pops anywhere else in the world? I don't know. But yeah, Disney soundtracks. That would be surprising, I think. I mean, not surprising, but that would be, I had every Disney soundtrack ever, and I just sang them every day of my life, so. That was probably one of my favorite vocalists, too. Any Disney female singer were amazing. I think just now, the way the music industry is, it's so hands-on, and I think having an actual fan these days is such a crazy thing because so many people just want the new thing, and they may love me tomorrow, but in a year they'll tell me I sold out and I'm not what I was or something. So keeping a fan all the time, I just think the more you interact with people and get their feedback on what you think, on what they think, and I just like to talk to people. I think it's a great way to kind of find out other people in the world and gives you inspiration to write songs, and it keeps me going as a musician because some days are not so easy in this kind of business, and just knowing that you have those kind of few fans that you can connect with and talk to and are excited to hear from you and excited to hear what you're doing is a great feeling. So why not chat with them, especially after a show? That's the greatest feeling ever, for people to come up and tell you they like the show, and it wasn't a hard thing for us to do, and it's a great feeling for us to kind of go out. And I think really, what else are we doing, especially when we're on tour and stuff? We have so much time that we don't get to, we just hang out with each other. Why not go and hang out with other people and interact and stuff? So I think it's a great feeling for us to have feedback from fans and talk to people, and even negativity or not, it's just a great thing, and it's always entertaining, and we've had some funny things go on with different people, and some a little bit, not perverted, I wouldn't say, but risque, I guess. And so it's always a good time. It's always entertaining to talk to everybody. Everyone's been so welcoming and so friendly so far, so hopefully we continue to have fans like that and continue to build people that actually want to talk to us, and will actually sit and talk on our message board, and will talk to me on Facebook or MySpace or whatever. So I will keep doing it as long as people want to talk to me, and I just do it because I like it. So thanks for all the questions. If you have any more, keep asking, and I will try and answer them as best I can. See you soon.